Hey, what's good? This is gonna be for Taurus. This is for your lunar eclipse in Pisces. Yeah, let's see what comes through. I'm gonna start off with the animal spirit, right? Just to see if there's a certain oof. The book flew. If there's this, I guess no book. There's a certain spirit animal that wants to come through. Forgot how many cards are in this deck, but yeah, let's see what wants to come through for you. Taurus. What spirit animal will help Taurus through this lunar eclipse? Wow, I love it. The koala. 35 koala. Spirit has a plan. I love it. I love it. Spirit has a plan. So don't ever doubt that Spirit has a plan. And this came out too. So it's either letting you know that someone has your back on the other side or you're never alone, right? Or love is on the way, something, right? Otter Spirit, you are never alone. 42, right? Which adds up to six, which is also six is the lover's card, but let's see if that comes out, right? So for the lunar eclipse, Spirit has a plan. I don't know. The first thing I get when that comes out, right? Spirit has a plan is that maybe you've been going through something and you've been wondering, like, why is this happening? What's the purpose behind this? And maybe that, right? The answer is there that it showed you that people have your back. It shows you that you aren't alone, right? So things like that. Maybe you've had to rely on others where you're so independent and then it let you know like see you're not alone, right? Sometimes, right? It's almost like little towers that happen so we can see that wow, this is crazy. Okay. Well, I guess that kind of confirms the whole something happened, right? Interesting. 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 Wow. What in the world is happening here? Let me see. Yeah, this kind of caught me by surprise, but let's find out, right? Oh, okay. Oof. Yep. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Okay. Maybe you do have a new opportunity coming in, but you're just not seeing it, right? And maybe that was part of it. Like I said, it was to show you that you do have help, right? And look at Virgo. So maybe right now during Virgo season, either an opportunity is going to come in. You might reject it because you're stuck on something from the past, right? You might reject it altogether, which, if you choose to reject it now, I don't think it's good or bad. It's just maybe you decide you still want to heal from something, right? Maybe you decide you just want to go a different route. Whatever it is, this is about following your path, right? So it doesn't mean you have to take something that comes in and offer, but I feel like it's very tied in from dealing with a past thing, right? I just did this with Libra about those things, right? When we form these, we could be around something like that, right? A super toxic, right? Win at all costs, lies, someone that's willing to cheat, just win at all costs, right? Abuse, look at it says abuse of power, aggression, assault, bullying, violence, crime, violation. Wow, this one even says assassination, right? Wow. So everything bad, right? And we can get, because the devil came out. So for some reason you feel bound to this. It's I hate to say it's insane, but it is insane, right? But if you look it up scientifically, there's a reason, these kind of relationships start forming like it starts forming like some kind of chemical reaction in your body where it's because of that, right? Like sometimes these kind of connections purposely have a plan, right? Whether they do it subconsciously, consciously, usually it is conscious, right? Because maybe they never trace back when they started this behavior. That's not your job to figure out because it's messing you up. The fact that something could be that toxic and you're in the poopy pants mode, right? Like you have a new offer, right? See, look at one cup being offered, like something new being offered, but you're like, no, I don't want that, right? I want almost like being like, I'd rather leave everything behind if I can't have what I had before, right? Which is what? Insanity, right? Look and see how there's three swords that thing is holding. See, like the three swords, and it's like the three cups, right? You want those three, and even like the three of swords has the three swords to the heart. So you imagine that, right? Wanting that, getting stuck in your head that no, that was it. That was what was supposed to work out, and not willing to take something new because the devil, right? Like you have the power to release those chains, right? All you got to do is throw them off, but you got stuck on it, right? And that is because a lot of times these kind of trauma bonds they have right they give you dopamine, take it away, give you dopamine, take it away, then it starts forming like yeah, like codependence. That's how you become codependent in these toxic relationships, right? That's why, yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy, but there's a scientific reason to it. Interesting. That came out in reverse. Maybe even that you're passionate, you're just not passionate at this time, or right? Or that person's coming back in. Maybe that, right? Maybe you get a new offer and then nah, it feels like you've lost your passion right now. Yeah. It feels like you've lost your passion right now. You've lost your passion. Why? Why, Taurus? Because of someone. I mean, it makes sense, right? It could be very confusing, right? Because a lot of times people that are like that, how do they draw us in? Because they have to have some kind of charisma, right? That Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, right? There has to be some kind of thing that draws people in, right? I hate to say it this way, but that's like all, you know, freaking serial killers or weird people like that. Like they draw people in somehow, some way, right? So it's not like it happens without reason, right? There's a reason they're able to do that. These kind of people learn how to be charismatic. They learn how to say the right things, when and when and how to say the right things, right? All that stuff. I just yeah, I flipped over the card, so I'm making sure. Yeah. I still took that one as in reverse because yeah, it is what it is. It came out like that for a reason, right? So, okay, let me see. What else for Taurus? I mean, maybe you just got to give yourself time, right? Time heals all wounds kind of thing. Wow, okay. There you are. Look at and prosperity. So maybe it's a time factor, right? 6 weeks, 6 months, maybe, right? Hey, maybe for some of you 6 days, you'll snap out of it that quick. I mean, it's possible, right? I know Taurus is a fixed sign, and usually things can be a little, right? I mean, this came out, but it did come upside down. So maybe right now, yeah, the action, you're just not. It's crazy that both of these reverse say jealousy. maybe that person's still messaging you. Maybe you're jealous or something. Yeah, look at it says slow down in the business, slow down with things happen in love, right? Something slowing down, right? So, there's people that just take pleasure in seeing others, right? It's like leaving a relationship and then you're no longer in a relationship, but why would you still want for that person not to be happy? It's because there's something wrong with you, right? To be like, oh, I left the relationship, but I don't want them to meet someone else. I don't want them to be happy, right? Stuff like that, right? So hopefully you're not feeling that. You're not feeling that, oh, well, if they left me, I don't want them to be happy. Just let it go. So you could start looking for something to make yourself happy, right? Yeah, see, damn. Either that's, I mean, I feel like that's you, obviously, right? Taurus or something there, but that's funny that this came out for you, prosperity. I feel like once you get over this hump, you'll see, right? Like maybe it is that I don't know. Like maybe some of you will reject whatever new offer comes in, but for those of you that take it, it's not gonna be a fast thing, but it's gonna build into something prosperous, right? That's gonna make you happy, and then you're gonna in turn be generous to others, right? So let's see what else. What's the eclipse, right? So obviously with the eclipse, there's things that have to be learned. But in all that, that's why I feel like, yeah, spirit has a plan, right? That's why this came out. I think they already knew, right? They wanted to show us in this kind of heavy reading that from the beginning, right? From the get-go, maybe you were dealing with a Scorpio, Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius. I don't know, that's the same. No, no, it's another Sagittarius. Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, right? So, yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Let me see. Wow, okay. Wow, there you are, Taurus. There you are, the bombshell. See, I feel like this will be a time for you to, right? I feel like you would have new offers coming in right away, but because even this came out, Leo the lover, right? So look at that. Earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, ample, worthy, ripe, pleasure seeking, sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive. See, so hopefully that's not you still holding on to that past thing, right? Because it talks about your shadow aspects too, right? Tenacious, loyal, patient, deliberate, right? And just because you did something with deliberate action doesn't mean the other person did, right? Leo, the lover. Expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guileless, right? Maybe you had some of that guileless that allowed you to fall, even egotistical, right? Because it would be like you not being able to come to the realization or acceptance that someone did you dirty, right? Because you're the ego, juicy, proud, trusting, excessive. This is making my heart feel very refreshed. I feel like maybe if you have Leo placements or something, right? Maybe I don't know, Leo's your North Node or something, but learn a little bit from that, right? Maybe you have Leo friends and maybe observe them, and a lot of times they're out there, right? Maybe you've been kind of in a little bit of a hermit mode because of this that's happening, or more like in this mode, right? Like the poopy pants mode, but maybe learning from a little bit of your learning a little from your Leo friends, right? To be like, you know what? Right? Or maybe you connect with a Leo. Maybe that's the person, right? You meet someone that's like, hey, let's go out. And you're like, nah, I'm all right, right? And they're like, come on, it'll be fun, right? So there's something there. There's something there during this eclipse. That's what's gonna be like. You are not alone, right? And Leo rules the heart, right? So there's that heart, right? Maybe it's a Leo that's trying to tell you, like, hey, come on, right? Forget about this craziness, right? You're good. Let's do it. Wow, look at your face. Your spirit guides are face palming. Seriously. So I think yeah, I think the message is clear, right? It's almost right now, it's like you're doing it to yourself. Like what you went through, I get it for sure. You don't need a sign, you need a nap. Maybe just yeah, rest and then get back out there, right? Do what you need to do. Again, more confirmation. You are not the main character in their story. Whoever you were dealing with that left you messed up, um, first, yeah, well, always hold yourself accountable for allowing someone, because then that's something you have to work through. Why did you allow yourself to be done that way, right? You can't smudge away bad decisions. It's fine. It could be not that it was a bad, because if you were honest about something, but I feel like if you saw the red flags, yeah, you saw the red flags, then, you know? But in closing, I think this is beautiful because I hope that within 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 months, this is you, right? Your growth scares people. Good. So maybe some of you already went through this, and during this eclipse, this is how you're coming out of this eclipse. So if this was a story already that took place for you, let me know, right? Let me know in the comments. Or if you're going through this right now, know that at the end of this journey, this is going to be you, right? But it is you right now that's holding on to something, right? You're holding on. You don't want to, right? If new offers are coming in, you rather walk away than right because you're just stuck on right the devil. Yeah, you're still for those of you right that are still bound to that. It's time to release it, right? The eclipse is all about that heavy work. You know what I mean? So I already saw some things during the eclipse very like unexpected, right? And so yeah, then you're just like, okay, that was interesting. So let me see what exactly it is that spirit has a plan with, right? Like it's funny, but I love it when spirit has a plan, right? Because it's like, hey, okay, okay, you know what I mean? So yeah, let me know if that resonates, Taurus, right? Yeah, thanks. Hopefully let me get some numbers for you. Hopefully you wow, 8. Yeah, so a lot of maybe it was just karma, like some kind of karmic thing that had to happen for your highest good, right? For you to grow, right? For you to step into that. Your growth scares people, right? So maybe you're May 6th, May 2nd, May 8th, right? Maybe 26. Maybe you're April 26th, maybe 62 is significant. So yeah. On that note, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Peace.